believe a lot of the movie is about empty spaces, you know. Actually, the idea came to us because my parents were about to sell that house where the movie takes place, and so it was unfurnished, and we just looked around and thought, well, we will be missing an opportunity if we don't like shoot something here right now. So that's basically where the idea for the movie came
Yeah,
from.
good idea. Good production value.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So for anyone who's watching this interview and is seeing Lacuna, it is a medieval thriller, as Bruno has suggested. I love it. It's not like the normal linear style of editing where the tension's slowly rising. I felt like it was really just, it was up and then down like a roller coaster. And I kind of like that because it really made me feel like I wanted to know what your character was thinking in the moments and what's coming after her, right? Like, looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we tried to work a lot around this ambiguity, you know. Actually, something very interesting that happened when we showed the movie to different people. We asked them what their interpretation was, and pretty much everyone came with a different answer, and everyone's answer was so interesting, you know. And I really I really love to hear what people have to say. Actually, I don't like to talk too much about what the movie is about. You know, I like to hear what people thought, what their interpretation was. So, well, it's good to understand um how people personally connected to the movie. So it's also cool to hear you talking about it.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed it. So what inspired you to create this story? I know you said your parents were selling the house and you wanted that opportunity to film, but like how did you come up with the story idea itself?
Actually, the person who came with the story was Larissa, who co-directed the picture, and I kind of wrote the script around that. Although we didn't have a complete script. We were kind of doing things along the way, you know. But I believe she came up with the story when she was walking up the stairs to the second floor. It's actually pretty much the one of the sequences in the movie. And she looked her reflection in the mirror, and she just saw like a blurred reflection. And she said that all the idea for the movie kind of came from that moment.
Oh, that's amazing. I love when you can just go through life and then something sparks in your mind. You're like, oh, that'd be great for a film idea.
Yeah, and so we decided to have a sequence in the movie that is sorry, exactly like the that picture that she saw in that moment. So yeah, we have that scene where the character is walking up the stairs and she stares herself through the mirror and she just saw that blurry image, not her actual face.
Very cool. Very artistic. So what was your biggest challenge in developing the plot?
Well, biggest challenge. Well, it's not exactly about the plot, but I think one of the biggest challenges um, was the fact that we didn't want the audience to completely see the character's face, you know. So um, the pictures had to be very carefully planned to, I mean, promote the action while not revealing the character's face. I think that was one of the most challenging parts during the production. It's not exactly about the plot, but it kind of
Yeah,
is, right?
trying to tell the story without
Yeah,
really giving too much away. That's actually one of my favorite kind of styles of filmmaking, either with no dialogue and you have the audience kind of build the story on their own. So you're using their own fears against them,
yeah,
which
completely.
you said this is one of your newer films that you had shot. How long did it take you to shoot it?
we're pretty much doing it through the weekends. So I guess it took around 4 or 5 weekends of shooting, and then I don't know, like 2 weeks of editing. It was quite kind of fast. I think it took longer than we expected because we're pretty much doing it only in two people. So
Yeah.
even if it's a small film, it ends up being kind of challenging.
Did you guys edit yourself or did you do an outside hire?
No, no, we edited. I did the editing part.
Nice. I like that. I was gonna say because my favorite part in it was the point of view where you can see the shutter of the camera going and it puts me in the character's spot where I feel like I'm her taking that picture. I thought it
Oh
was
yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was a great artistic choice. How did you choose the film's visual style? Like you said, you didn't want to see her face, and it seems like the colors are very not oversaturated, which is pretty nice. But how did you come to that?
Oh, that's kind of hard to talk about. Much of our influences, visually speaking, are actually black and white movies. Silent black and white movies like Meshes of the Afternoon. I don't know if you have ever watched it by Maya Deren.
I'll have to put on my list to watch. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah. So we kind of wanted it to vibe it like the movie, but also not exactly because it's not a black and white movie. Another thing, we kind of wanted to have very how can I put it? Very steady camera movements. So we kind of improvised around gear for that. We had a like a slider.
Mhm.
We took the head of a tripod and we kind of just made something that allowed us to have some tracking shots from uh like from a dolly,
Yeah.
because we didn't have actually a dolly available. So I think that's pretty much it. We wanted this very steady look and as you mentioned, a bit desaturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I can I can tell you about it right now.
No worries, no worries. Um, and were there any scenes that you had to cut that you really loved?
Actually, not. I think pretty much everything we shot ended up in the movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we were trying to be very economic, so just shooting exactly what we need, because we didn't have much available time.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's it.
Nice, yeah. I know, I don't know if I had told you, I made The Gray Man, which is the other short film on
I,
ClickPixel.
I watched it yesterday.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did? You did?
I loved it.
You
It's
loved it?
great.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. It was my hardest film to shoot because it was so many problems on that set. Oh my goodness. But I had to cut out one of my scenes where the mother and son, like he's still warning her and she's doing laundry, and I wanted to put in more fear factor for the audience, but I only had a certain time limit to meet, so I was like, oh, I had to cut something, so that was the one that had to come out.
No
So,
problem.
what kind of audience are you hoping connects with your film?
Well, I think we didn't have any specific kind of audience in mind. As I told you, we love to hear what everyone's interpretation was. For example, we showed it to Larissa's mother, and she's not exactly a film buff. We thought she would hate the movie actually, but she came up with one of the most interesting interpretations for the movie, So I think that's cool.
What did she think of it?
Oh, it's pretty complex. I think I won't be able to explain it right now, but um, so yeah, I think we didn't think of any specific public. We really just want to connect with the greatest number of people as possible.
Okay, I respect that. Are there any tips for future filmmakers or other upcoming artists that you can provide?
Oh, well, I think this is something from my experience shooting no budget or micro budget movies, but a good way to have things done is to write the movie around things that you have available, like
Mhm.
locations you will be able to use or actors and stuff like that. Like, for example, in Lacuna, we had the house available, of course, so we took advantage of that. Um, so I think that's a great way to actually be able to make the movie without having uh, a very high budget. We just write it around what you have available.
Nice. I love that. This is for you to say whatever upcoming projects you may have so people can keep a lookout for you and where we can find you if you're on Instagram or Facebook. The floor is yours.
Right. Yeah, we have some upcoming projects. Um, the first one is a feature movie that we have been shooting in a very, very low budget for around 4 or 5 years. I really regret having started the project, but now I have to go it to the end. But yeah,
Oh
I
no.
don't recommend that. Um, and the other project is a short movie we are filming. It's pretty much the first project that we are filming under an actual budget. The movie is being funded by Brazilian, how can I say that in English? Cultural incentive law, which is a law that provides money for cultural projects.
Oh,
So we are shooting a movie under this law, and I don't want to spoil a lot about it, but it's gonna be a bit more political. It's also gonna be kind of ambiguous and surreal, like Lacuna. But it's gonna bring some more political themes like toxic masculinity and red pill community and stuff like that. I would try to um, talk to you about maybe promoting it on ClickPix, maybe if it's possible.
yeah,
Uh,
sure.
and you can find us in Instagram. You can find Larissa in Instagram. I don't have social media, but you can find Larissa in Instagram. I will send you the her nickname, but it's the Larissa Moon.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about with your film Lacuna?
Oh, I don't think so. As you have noticed, probably I'm kind of shy, so it's really a challenge to be here. I think we already have discussed a lot of great points.
Awesome. Well, you did a great job with this first interview for me. I want to say thank you again for being the first one to step up so I can promote your film. I love the film. It was great. I think you guys are spectacular artists, and I look forward to your future films coming up. And if they're just as good as Lacuna, I'll be there watching. So,
Uh, I really appreciate that, and we will be following ClickPix. I really hope the channel will grow, and I think it's a fantastic initiative. It's not hard to find places to promote short movies, so I mean, it's really a fantastic initiative, and I thank you very much for that.
thank you so much, Bruno. I hope you have a great night.
Have a great night too.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.